Today we're going to do a morning warm-up routine, about 15 minutes. You'll need a couple of props. We're going to be using a roller, a couple of blocks, and option to use a belt. So if you want to get a hold of those things, and then we'll get started. So placing the roller long ways along your yoga mat, putting your hips on the bottom part, and then laying your spine along it, making sure that your head is supported, and then just letting your arms rest, palms facing up. You might want to put the soles of your feet together and open your knees up. This routine is going to be focusing on opening up the hips and the upper back area and shoulders. So just lying here and just arriving, knowing that you're starting the day taking really good care of yourself, your body, and that your body is going to be very grateful and feel very different because you've taken this time for yourself this morning. So congratulations for being here with me and for choosing to practice. All right, you might want to keep your feet on the floor as you start to move, or you can keep your knees apart. I'm going to place my palms down. As I breathe in, I'm going to lift my right arm up in the air and take it back towards the floor. And then I'm going to exhale down. And this is really about connecting movement with breath. So the breath begins, the left arm comes up, it goes back. And then we exhale down. And then we do both arms together, inhaling, stretching out all the way, and exhaling all the way down. Good. Now you could do that a few more times if you wanted to. But now we're going to take the arms into goal pose position. So elbows are in line with shoulders. Nice. And don't worry if your arms do not touch the floor. That's perfectly normal. What this is doing is giving you feedback on the tightness on either side. So I'm kind of playing with touching one elbow on the floor than the other. And I can feel a lot more strain on the right side than the left, probably because I'm right-handed and I use my right side more. But I'm going to start to move my right hand towards the floor as my left arm stays where it is. And then I'm going to alternate, go the other way. So by doing this, what we're trying to do is keep the elbows in position and just move the lower arm forward and back. And this is a really nice action for the shoulders, moving into internal and external rotation. You've got lots of room for the shoulder to move because it's not lying on the floor, it's lying off the roller. One more time. That's feeling really nice on my right side. Good. And then I'm going to take my arm straight up towards the ceiling or the sky. And I'm going to reach up so my shoulders come away from the bolster. And then I'm going to drop my shoulders down over the roller. Reach up, exhale. Inhale, drop the shoulders down. Reach up and drop. One more time, reach up and drop. Excellent. So that's given us a little bit more freedom into our shoulders. We're now going to come up and we're going to turn the roller so that it crosses the yoga mat. And we're going to just give a nice rub to the upper back and neck area to loosen that all up. So we're going to lift the hips off the floor, maybe place the hands behind the head to support your neck, and we're going to roll forwards and back. So just to kind of where the bra line is for ladies, that's as far as we want to go. Good. And just feel what it's like to massage and rub all those vertebrae of your thoracic spine and all the way up to where your neck is. Not on your neck, but very close. Right across the shoulder blades. One more time. Lovely. And if you wanted to, you can just lie there for a moment, let the head go back, and just feel that lovely lift of the heart and chest towards the sky as your arms relax down over towards the floor, and you feel that nice lift in your upper back as you lay on the roller. All right, let's take the roller away. We won't be using that anymore today. We're just going to come to lie on our tummy and just see how it feels to be flat on the ground. Make a little pillow for your head with your hands. And just take a moment to breathe into that area in the upper back that we just rolled. Feel how different it might be now. Good. And then we're going to take the hands into goalpost position. So the hands will be off the mat with the lower arms. And then we're going to lower the forehead down. The feet are flat on the floor. And as we come up, we're going to push into our elbows and gaze forward. And then exhale down. Inhale as you come up and exhale down. And just do that a couple of times. You might want to turn your head from the right to the left just to give you a little bit of a stretch in your neck, but that's optional. Just really make sure that when you come down, you relax everything. One more time. Good. And then we're going to pivot the lower arms out slightly so the elbows stay where they are. And this time when we come up, we're going to lift the elbows and push into our hands. So we're giving a little more attention now to the lower back as we lift and breathe. Good. Push into all of your fingers, feet flat on the floor. Last one. Nice. And then bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and push through your hands and back into a child's pose. So you may wish to keep your arms bent. You might want to extend them straight out. You might need to use a block. If the head doesn't touch the floor, you can rest your forehead on there and just have some support. Just finding what helps you to feel comfortable in this hip opening pose. One more long breath in and out. Good. Okay, we're going to go into a cat-cow movement now. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We're going to start with a breath in. We're going to lift the hips and gaze forward. And then we're going to exhale and round the back. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to take the hands a little more forward. We're going to drop the hips down. And then we're going to roll back. Drop the hips. And roll back. One more time. And back. And this time we're going to come down onto our forearms. We're going to turn our right hand towards our left elbow and extend the left arm forward. I'm going to rest my head on that bent arm, making sure my knees are in line with my hips. And I'm just going to soften and let every exhale bring my chest a little bit closer to the mat. Breathe in. Long breath out. 2 more times. And then we'll change sides. Extend the right arm, left arm is bent. Find that stretch through the right fingers towards the front of the mat, and then find a resting place for your head. Be still, feeling what's going on in your arms, particularly your armpit. Feeling the weight of the chest sinking down toward the mat, taking you into a beautiful supported extension for your upper back and spine. Lovely. And then we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to take the right hand and lower arm parallel to the short end of the mat. Take the left hand to the back. We're going to place the forehead on the arm. Now we're going to take an exhale to prepare. And as we inhale, we lift the arm with the head resting on it. So we're beginning to work the posterior chain of muscles in our back body. And if that feels okay, you can lift the left leg at the same time. Inhale as you rise, exhale, relax. Lovely. Now let's change sides. Really good to activate and work all those muscles. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, lift. Head, arm as one solid unit. Now look forward with your eyes without bringing any curl to your neck. So the neck means straight. Lift the other leg and notice if that helps you to lift a little bit more into extension. Not easy lifting away from the ground. Got gravity working against you here. That's what's making the muscles work. Beautiful. And release. All right, now tucking the toes, lifting the hips, coming back. And we're going to sit down onto our shins now. Feeling a nice stretch for the ankles. And then we're going to do a dynamic movement. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling. And as we come down, we're going to bend the elbows into the side of the body. Reach up and down. Reach up. Gently squeeze the elbows in. Last one. And squeeze. Good. Bring your hands down. And now we're going to tuck the toes underneath. We're going to sit on our feet. Make sure that the baby toe has room. Everything's spread out. Good. Now this may not be very comfortable. So if you need to put something under your knees, if they don't feel good, you can do that. We're going to do a little balance trick here. So we're going to lift our knees and open our knees wide apart, put our hands on the floor. And then we're going to lower our knees down and lift our knees up. So this is helping to open up the hips, but it's also stretching the soles of our feet and all of the joints and muscles in our toes. Remember, our feet have more muscles and bones and ligaments than any other part of our body. So important that we give them some special attention in the morning. We're going to stay here now and try to balance. And it might be that you want to take your feet a little wider apart and try to lower the heels towards the ground. Maybe the hands come together. That might help. Lift the chest and take a few nice deep breaths. Lovely. All right, come to sit down. We're just going to keep the legs bent, feet edges of the mat, fingers facing out towards the sides of the mat. And we'll just windshield wiper the legs from side to side, letting them know we're coming in for a stretch very soon. Okay, so with your left foot on the floor, bring your right foot over your left knee. And then lift your bottom and bring it a little closer to your left heel until you feel a good stretch in that bent right leg. And then we're going to inhale, bring the chest a little closer to the knee and then back away. So as you come in, feeling into all of the muscles and tendons and things that are protecting your hip, keeping it safe, that need to stretch from all the walking and cycling and all the other activities that we do with our body. One more time. Lovely. And then we're going to extend the left leg down. The right foot rests outside the left knee. Right hand comes to the back. Now, it could be helpful to use a block here to help lift you up a little bit more. Take your left arm around your right knee and then rotate. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Really good to do twists in the morning before we've put any food in our body. So going to the other side, lifting the left leg up, turning the fingers to the edges of the mat, and then finding the sweet spot on this side. I had my hip replaced almost a year ago, so it does feel different on this side. Inhale, come closer to your lower leg. Exhale, back away. Doing these morning stretches really helps loosen up the joint for the work day ahead. It is going to get tighter from all the walking and things you do, but you're helping to release it a little bit before you do that, which is really helpful. Good. Good. All right, extending the right leg out. Foot rests, flex the foot so that the bottom leg is engaged. Left hand goes back. Reach up and bring your hand or your elbow in front of your left knee. Breathe in. Exhale, draw your belly in toward your spine. So remember, when the one muscle on one side of the body contracts, the muscle on the directly opposite side relaxes. And in order to twist, we need to relax the spine so that it can revolve. And we do that by engaging our abdominals. Excellent. Good. Okay, we're going to come now to place our fingers underneath our shoulders, facing towards our buttocks or our feet. And we're going to lift our hips up and lower down. So this again is working those posterior muscles. Really nice for our shoulders. That's it, good. One more time. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down and just hug your knees into your chest and just give yourself a bit of a massage. Okay, we're going to place the feet on the floor, knees and heels lined up. We're going to pick up our bottom, move it to the left a little bit. And then I'm going to extend my right leg out. I'm going to hug my left knee into my chest. And now my right hand is going to guide my knee over to the side. My left arm is going to go out so that it's in line with my shoulder. I'm going to breathe in. And as I exhale, I can use that right hand just to help me rotate a little bit. Good. And you could also, at this point, use a block to rest your knee on to give you some support. If there was any tension, you can lower it down to another level, or you can use nothing at all. But I like to have something to support my knee when I twist. You can also turn your head to look back at your left arm, completing the twist of your entire spine. Inhale. Exhale. Looks like rain up there to me. Breathe in. Breathe out. And release. Good. So then we bring our feet back in. We lift our hips back to the center, and then we move our hips to the right a little bit. Extend the left leg out. Hug the right knee into the chest. Just feel that nice stretch down the left front leg. And then take your left arm and roll the knee to the right. Your right arm is extended out, so really make sure that your shoulder is on the floor. Breathe in, relax. As you exhale, just gently feeling your way into this side. Inhale, exhale. And the foot can rest on the leg that's extended for some support. And again, remember you can put something under the knee to give it something to rest on if that feels good. One long inhale to go and exhale. Lovely. All right, coming in, we're now going to take our hands behind our knees and we're going to roll forward and back. Now we're going to practice coming up to stand. And for some people that's pretty challenging. And a nice way to help you to get that momentum is to use a couple of blocks. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the blocks are on the lowest level and they're right next to my hips. I'm going to lift my hips up and down. Lift up and down. Lift up and down. Okay, so it's a good exercise for the shoulders. And now I'm going to roll back, cross my legs, lift my hips, roll back, cross my legs the other way, lift up. And then I'm going to go for standing. You see, blocks can really help you get off the ground. That can be hard without them. All right, so from here, we're going to do a little swing. It's called knocking on the door of life. So we're going to keep a soft bend in our knees, and we're going to hit our rib in the front and our lower back in the back with our floppy arms as we turn from side to side. Breathing in and out. Now allow the shoulder to turn and the head to turn, completing a nice twist for the back. Feel rooted through your feet and just let the body sway and spin from side to side. One of my favorite Qigong movements. Good. Okay. So now we're going to lift our arms up overhead. We're going to reach up, and then we're just going to lean over to the right. We're going to reach up. We're going to lean to the left. One more time, stretch. Take a little lean. Inhale up and take a little lean. Good. And to finish, we're going to do a stretch for the shoulders, so you can have your hands interlaced. You can try to lift the hands away from the back, separate the feet hip distance, bend the knees a little bit, and then try to lower the head and chest as the arms lift up. Now, I'm quite open in my shoulders, so I'm finding this quite comfortable. But for some people, you can feel like your hands are stuck at your back. So it can be good to hold a belt. So I'm taking this belt behind me and I'm pulling on the belt away, and then I'm going to bend, and then I'm going to lift. And the belt will give me a bit more space if I'm tight, to get more space in the shoulder joints. Shake the head, make sure there's no tension in the back of the neck. Breathe in and out. It's a nice inversion. Good to take the head down below the heart, just to let the blood flow down into the brain. Good. And then start to slowly roll up. And you are ready for your day. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Give me some feedback. And thank you for starting your day with me. Namaste.